To me, it's all about Tom Brady. He's just one of those guys that if the game is on the line, you need a big play, he'll make that play for you.
Reload! Check it! 220! Wide, check!
No Harvard, but I was a scholar. Hard knocks, and I learned to be smarter. Don't prefer to be bothered. You get if I order. That's word to my father. I will for my mother. Deal with my brothers. Keep it real, real. Don't talk with no. Plus I duck undercover. Gotta stay on this mission. Got a vision that's endless. They told me don't be a menace. They gon' serve me a sentence. But now I'm up in it. The illest that did it. Get the cream look. Drop it in it. Give about opinions. I'm just minding my business. If I'm grinding, I'm shining. Don't got time for the gimmicks. Squad, I'm dead. Squad, I'm dead. Squad, I'm dead. Squad, oh my God, fire! Squad, I'm dead. Bow, 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 Squad. Okay, now we back to square one. It's hard to square up. Everybody got. Come, mama cries, dead sons. Lord, please bless them. Back to the party. I'm just pouring my. Don't get faced that before, so I live it up. When a come, better get them up. That's a floss track, better get them up. I'ma keep eating, it's a dinner rush. I'll let you finish up. Flock of diamonds, I can promise I'm being honest. This being modest. I am your Honda, I am not.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. Turnovers will be a focus in today's game. The Chiefs are top 10 in turnover differential, and they'll be up against the Raiders team that wants to be careful not to play into that strength.
Larry, as always, it is a frenzied atmosphere inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Oakland Raiders and the Kansas City Chiefs. Now on first down. Flush to his right. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Now it's 2nd and 7. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football.
And the Chiefs are going to get him.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. First carry now for Muhammad. And right away, he lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. A near turnover, but the offense recovers it. Now they'll try to regroup on second. First carry now. This is Johnson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage. 17 on the play. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only they're controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. Caught by Nelson left side. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. The first down carry here for Johnson. Open space inside the 10. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Mark Ingram, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. And his kick is good. Now the punter Dixon out to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series, they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And it's complete to Jacob Tamme. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They got to feel pretty good about that one.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. 3rd down at 8 now. To throw, it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
So we have to remember, this offensive unit, they've been off for the last 2 weeks. Had an open week, and so it might take them a little while to get back into rhythm. I know they worked hard to try and get past that in practice, but practice isn't game speed.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They do go for it. It's Rodgers. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And they got 29 yards there. And it'll give the Raiders a first down. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And that's off the mark, incomplete. He was trying to get it to Ezekiel Elliott, and now it's 2nd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Shepard. And, oh, he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. Now Elliott. And able to work his way down to the 16. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Eric Kendricks in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Ready to go now in the 2nd quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out. Oh, long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. That is caught inside the 5. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Russell Shepard, his first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
He finds an opening past the 40 and finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. 25 yards the pickup there and also a first down.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, fifth defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
On second down, Johnson. Johnson with a burst, a first down and more. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. That good for 22 and a first down.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
They'll run it with Johnson. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up second and goal. So stuff from the 2. Now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
On second down, Ingram. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Now receiver in motion left. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now Ryan Suckup will come on and try the field goal. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they take it all the way to the 1-yard line, but in the end, they opt for 3.
I know if this was a video game, they never would have gone for the field goal because, Brandon, who kicks field goals in video games? But you've got to make sure you get points, and that was as easy a 3 as you can get.
You kick field goals in video games. That's who kicks field goals in video games. Rodgers now on first down. Buying time to his left. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Now a handoff, Johnson. And he'll take this one down to the 36. A gain of 3, second down. Decent chunk of yardage still left here, 2nd and 7. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this.
Now let's go.
On second down, Trubisky. Allen has it, left side. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
Well, that was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up third down.
Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this third down play takes place. As they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Attempt carry for Johnson. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Here's Trubisky. Dumping it off for Johnson. No gain on the play there. It'll be second down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with third and still 7 yards to go.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Meanwhile, down in Dallas, an update from there. And it's the Cowboys that have moved down to an early advantage. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. On third down, Trubisky. Flushed out right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Kyle Juszczyk, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Now the punter Dixon out to kick it off. This one taken just inside the 10. Now a hit and a loose football. And it looks looks like the offense did get the football back, but it is clearly in that end zone, and it's going to be a safety. Well, I'm not totally privy to what went on with their offensive meetings, but, Charles, something tells me that one wasn't in the plan.
Yeah, when we had our production meeting, they didn't exactly share that with us, but I'm pretty sure that on the play sheet, the run backwards into your own end zone play was not written down.
Now this is fielded in the end zone. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks at the 24-yard line. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And what is going on here? Are they serious? First down, and they're in punt formation. Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. Fielded just inside the 30. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. So out come the Raiders. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Tyler Lockett now with a return. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And they start the second half with Johnson. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
I know anytime you watch a team run the ball really well, there's some pinball effect, people bouncing off of each other. There's also some things of beauty in there when you see these nice, explosive, strong runs. And this guy, he knows how to carry the football really well and continually wants the football. Why? He knows the offensive line is going to give him great effort, and he gives great effort himself to finish off runs.
A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. And that'll be incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And it's second down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. On the ground, this is Johnson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
Now Now Trubisky to throw. Open man, it's Allen. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
All right, now, look at 56. Look at 56.
On second down, here's Trubisky. That's complete right around the 8. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit. And another first down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now a play fake here on first down. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Dwayne Allen, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
They start on the ground with Elliott. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play there. Second down.
No gain on that run. And while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
Again, it's Elliott. Wiggles free. And some room to work. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves him with third and just a couple. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a fourth down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. They try the left side with Johnson. And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. But they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and say, guys, let's go. Come on, capitalize on this one.
And he's going to be taken down here at about the 10. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Second down following the run. Now Rodgers. And his pass incomplete.
This has been a really nice day for the defense. They've made it so difficult to find open receivers because they're able to squeeze the passing lanes down. A lot of what they're doing is communicating. Receivers in one area, receivers in another area. They're almost what they call passing them off from one defender to the next, even in zone defenses, and making it very hard to find an open spot for the quarterback to deliver the ball.
Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him the first.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3-and-out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And Tammy with it over the middle. And he's brought down after a good gain. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. On first down, Rodgers.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Here's Rodgers throwing on first down. His throw caught at about the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he reaches the 4-yard line. From the 4-yard line, it's first and goal now. Now a carry here for Orleans Darkwa. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll bring up a second and goal. Throwing now is Rodgers. Forced under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Telvin Smith in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. They gotta have 6 here. It's third and goal. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Quan Alexander. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a 4th down. Throwing is Rodgers. And this is incomplete. A disappointing drop there on 4th and goal. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. That's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th. And we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. There's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. On 3rd down, Johnson. And they'll get him down here at the 23. He's able to chew up 8 yards on the carry there, but still 4th down upcoming.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
No. Check. Patriot. Check the backer. Over. Leopard. Check 4.
They're They're going on fourth down. It's Trubisky. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down. Johnson running left. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Offense needs something here on 2nd down. It is 2nd and long. A handoff. It's Mark Ingram. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one good for 14 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. They'll try and run for it. This is Juszczyk. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
I know this game's winding down and people are getting tired, and that's when you really want a big body guy running the football. But I have to tell you, watching him run it, I wonder why they don't use it more earlier in the game.
Yeah, those bigger guys here late in the game, you're trying to protect the lead, usually not as fumble prone either.
No, that is so true because they are taught. Take care of the ball as you surge forward, and you often see them with both hands wrapped around it when they go through the line.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
Hey, we got three. Three down.
Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. So we've got a 2nd and 5. They go to Johnson again. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
Now, that's a big pickup right there, and so often we focus on how the quarterback's faking up play action. How about everyone being in on the deal and picking it up?
2nd, 3rd levels, you could see them trying to recover. They bit. Worked out offensively. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on.
No. Check. Patriot. Go now. Detroit.
They go back to the ground with Johnson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
And a loose football. And the Raiders pick it up. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
They've gone to the fourth quarter now in Dallas and really pouring it on now with the Cowboys. A victory there would mean they're 6th on the year. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Rodgers. Incomplete on the right side. It's Tammy. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And this defense continues to dominate. How about 2 safeties in one game here?
You don't even put that on your goal sheet. This is something that results when you're playing really well on defense and the offense has nowhere to go with the football. Dominating performance.
Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here. And now here comes Kansas City. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes. Get out of there.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Again, it's Johnson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Like the way it sounds, Frody? Yeah. Just let me breathe for a minute, man. Just let me breathe. Just let me breathe for a minute, man. Just let me breathe for a minute. Just let me breathe. It's too hot, drop the top off the wagon. Lay back, fire like dragon. Man, I'm flying past Saturn. Out of here like I ain't that savage. It's like I'm at the studio with Michael. You can hear me dancing on the beat. Bam, about to put a mansion on the beach. 100 Latins in